I think we got the right lighting setting. Well, we may adjust as we go, we'll see. Okay, thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to present this work for you. Thank you to Barry and Elise for setting the tone and playing beautiful, surreal soundscapes to start off the evening. It's so nice to see so many new faces, some very old ones, and I couldn't be more thrilled with being here, and thank you, Mark, for hosting. So because this is an art gallery, I have an artist statement. I've never done such a thing. So this work that I'm going to play began with revisiting a novel that I read in my 20s that was really always stuck with me. It's a surrealist, kind of like a Kafka-esque novel from Kobo Abbey, A Woman in the Dunes. And it always stuck with me. It tells a strange story of an entomologist who gets trapped in a sand dune by a beetle lady. And it's an amazing story. So I've actually brought all these books if you want to look at them up there. That book led to a reskimming of existential literature, and I went through all of it, notes from an underground and whatever, I don't know what, lots of it. And then landed on Julien Grec, a French writer who bridged existentialism with surrealism. And he was informed a lot of André Breton's work. And then that led into a deep dive in surrealism, art and literature. And I read Breton and others and landed on particularly a work that was written by Pierre Mabel, and I'm probably pronouncing that terribly, called Mirror of the Marvelous. And then André Breton does an intro in that book, but it's really just like writings that informed a lot of surrealist art. And then especially I discovered the love affair between Max Ernst and Leonora Carrington. And Leonora Carrington was 19 years old. Hello everyone, welcome and come on in. She was from England. She came to France and met Max Ernst and Picasso and Breton and all those guys. And they were all in their 40s and 50s, and she and Max fell in love and had a really intense love affair. They ended up going to the south of Spain to live together and had a few idyllic sort of pastoral years together. And then he was taken away had to go back to Germany for World War II, and she was left and she was estranged and she had a mental breakdown. Her father put her in an institution in Spain, and she wrote a book about it called Down Below. And this work in particular deeply affected me. I related to, as a young woman, being around all men, playing, in a sea of, as the only female, playing in a sea of guys, and that sort of mentality and culture, and not knowing really how to exist in that. And there was a big power imbalance between the two of them, I imagine. And he was 30 years her senior, and she was a very impressionable young woman, I would imagine. And so it's interesting to me that Max goes on to marry Peggy Guggenheim and become this great artist that he already is and get funding, and Leonora goes to the institution. And I relate to that too. So she escapes the institution, she goes to New York, she's not welcome in the New York scene, and she goes to Mexico City where she lives the rest of her life and has a very long, prolific, amazing career, has 2 children, and really redefines what it means to be a woman, an artist, a mother. And that is just very much, I imagine maybe a lot of us feel that struggle between being a mother, being an artist, being a female, being amongst a genre that's particularly been dominated by men. When I was playing in my 20s, I was maybe one of 4 girls, and I didn't know how to handle it. I dressed like a guy. I didn't want to put makeup on. I didn't want to shine too much, and I don't feel that way today, but it took me a long time to get there. So this work it's all new. It's a love story, and it's a dark love story, and we've probably all had it. I've experienced it. Sometimes these songs weave reality and fantasy, which for me is very easy to do. A lot of times I don't know what's fantasy and what's reality anyway, and I really don't. You should see my notes for the show. I had a costume change planned, okay? No, I'm not going to do that, but so sometimes my character is Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. I had this idea that she's older, she's trapped in her boring adult life, and she goes back to the Wonderland because it was so amazing, and she finds a deeper level, and she goes down deeper. And that level is very frightening and scary. And it's not quite like the whimsical Alice in Wonderland that she knew as a girl. And so there she gets seduced by a wolf, perhaps the wolf from Leonora's paintings. And she struggles to find a way out of the depths of the underworld while also being captivated by it. So this is a love story. It's an intense, impractical, deeply connected love story between two artists driven by self or by the gods. A story that is as tender as it is volatile. It's been told 1,000,000 times since the existence of humans. And we've read about it, we've watched it, we've heard it, and at its core, it's a human story. And tonight, I'm only the guide taking us on this journey. It's a shared experience, something that links us all, makes us the most real and alive, and it's asking us not just to face the shadow, but to embrace it, to let it dwell within, recognizing it is an inescapable part of being human. So thank you for that. That was long. So there's that. It's been a long time waiting. More life I can't imagine. Now I need a bit more patience. Will you please collapse the time? I never knew I'd feel this good. Look into eyes 'cause you can. This is our last show. And all seats reserved, so we are alone. get there? Tell me how to get there. Where do I go? I feel it in my bones, in my body. I feel it coming. I feel it all. Turn it on, turn it over. It's a way to be emotive alone. See, I'm in a situation. There's a hold up at the station, and you're gone. You slipped away, you slipped away. I don't remember yesterday. I feel it all. Baby, I can't eat and I can't sleep. It's an ocean coming over me. It's a warm wind round my thick skin. Do I give it him? Tell me how you got there. Tell me what you did and how did you know? Did you feel it in the way that a mother knows her baby is cold? There's a certain sort of sickness in forgiveness that you cannot ignore. Feel it coming, feel it coming, feel it coming, feel it coming, feel it all. And it's a long way to California. And when you get there, will it destroy you? So if there's a tall grass you can lay back in, take it all in hand. Sweet, sweet, sweet time. This time in mine. Sweet, sweet, sweet child. Are you sick man enough? Are you sick man enough? Ooh, ooh. Oh, are you sick man enough? Are you sick man enough? Ooh, 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 ooh. Along the rail, let our feet sink in. Scattered sand as we go, see it slowly roll into the valley below.
Crawling up the barrier of cobblestone and vine, verdant moss soft on my legs. I press my face into the wall, looking for a shining hole, some bridge, a stream of light, showing me the inside world, a flash to the other side. I want in to the out, through the in, a wall out. Crawling up the barrier of cobblestone and vine, verdant moss soft on my legs. I press my face into the wall, looking for a shining hole, some bridge, a stream of light, showing me the inside world, a flash to the other side. I want in through the out, to the in, a wall out, through the in, a wall out.
I think that's when Alice goes down to the first level. Across the lake.
did it for you, would you do it for me too? Get me out of this fear. Did I tell you once that I'd give it all up, that you couldn't go back, or a heart attack if I died for you? Well, I believe in the mystery. It is something so true, and it's got to be you. A magical ring, a touch so surreal. It's something I feel. If I turn away now, is there nothing to grow? Are we dead in the snow, like people we know?